Which of the following statements accurately describes vasodilation? And we see we have a bunch of different choices here that all pretty much say the same thing, except for this slight difference. We have here widen, widen, and then options B and C have narrow and narrow. And then we have to determine based on that if there's an increase or a decrease in blood flow. And a blood flow where? Here we have capillaries, 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 and then option C specifies skin capillaries. So let's break this down. So when we see this term vasodilation here, we know vaso has to do with the veins, and then what's the dilation referring to? We see in the choices here that it's either something doing with widening or something doing with narrowing. So which one would it be, widening or narrowing? So the term part here, dilation, if you think of something that could relate to this term for you. So maybe if you think about going to an eye doctor and getting your eyes dilated. So if let's say this is your eye, and then I'll just say this is the colored part of your eye here. Okay, so if your eye was getting dilated, then that means that your pupil gets really big, so then they can take a good look inside. So that's what dilation means in this context as well, getting larger. So do we think that the vessels are getting larger here or getting smaller? They're getting larger. They're widening. So in that case, all of these options here that have narrowing, we could eliminate because we're looking at the widening options. So let's eliminate option B and let's eliminate option C. So, okay, so now we know that it's going to widen. The arterioles are widening, the arterioles are widening. And now, is this going to arterioles widen, thus increasing the blood flow to the capillaries or decreasing the blood flow to the capillaries? Well, if you have a vein that's maybe this small, and then it dilates, meaning it gets larger, do you think that now when the blood is going through this vessel versus through this vessel, is this going to allow more or less when it widens like that? It's a lot more blood going through now. Therefore, we are going to be increasing the blood flow through the capillaries when the arterioles widen. And therefore, option A would be the best choice here. Because option D is saying that it's a decrease in blood flow, but as we can see from our diagram over here, the blood flow will be increasing. So we can eliminate option D, and then option A, the arterioles widening, and then an increase in blood flow would be the correct answer to this question.